Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg, and I am here with my friend Adam Dovico, and I am currently trying to fix a technical glitch, and I think it's connecting. There we go. Hey Adam, how are you?
I'm good. What's up, dude? How are you?
Not much. Just hanging out. Finally approaching the end of the school year. 4.5 more days for me. What about for your kids?
I've got so my kids go to different schools. I've got one with like 9 days and one with 17 days. So the countdown is on, but you are in the true countdown, like the final countdown. I need the song to
Literally,
start playing.
right? Literally the final countdown. And I know so many of the teachers are at the end of the year, whether it's, you have a couple of days. I saw somebody earlier say that today was it for them. It was their last day.
Ooh.
And this is like, I know people talk about like back to school tired, December tired, but there's just something extra exhausting about the end of the school year. Like,
Well, because the kids are tired, the teachers are tired, the parents are tired. Like there's no one untired. And so, I mean, that's the perfect storm for just anarchy.
literally anarchy. I was telling Adam before we went live, like the kids are like, I'm like, y'all, like we're still in school and I'm still sort of kind of the boss right now. So like, yes, when I say things to you, you have to do them.
I mean, that's optional though, right? Like
Apparently, we're
yeah,
apparently at that point. We're at the optional point, and I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I'll allow it. Like nobody bleed, nobody break anything, and there we go. Like that's
I will take your suggestion and mull it over, and then we'll see how it goes.
right. Well, we are excited to get to talk to Adam tonight. We're excited to chat with all of you. And of course, we're very excited to be giving away some prizes tonight. We are giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, a $25 gift card to the TKS store, and a premium teacher planner back there from Berto & Co. by TKS. It's super easy to enter our giveaways. All you have to do is hit the share button and comment. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win. And y'all listen, here's proof. Here's the fact to prove this. If you've been on the last 2 lives that I've done this week, guess who has gotten picked to win the prizes? You want to know why? Because Kindergarten Smorgasbord is commenting and interacting in the chat, so the system is picking us. So there you go. So the more you comment and the more you chat, the more chances you have to win tonight's giveaways. So
what planner did Kindergarten Smorgasbord pick?
I have picked the Retro Rewind Planner. That is my favorite.
Okay.
So that's the one I'm picking.
It's not sold out yet?
Not yet.
All right. Fair.
So right, it's a popular one. People love that one. Oh my gosh, Casey said they had a foam party today.
I just saw that. That is fantastic.
When Adeline was in daycare, they had a foam party every summer, and it looked like a blast. And it was only like $500 for 2 hours, and it included a DJ. Like, I'm like, we should do this at schools. Like, admin should hire this company, and we should have a foam party at the end of the school year for teachers.
I think it'd be fantastic.
Right?
That'd be so much fun. Can I tell you one of my favorite things ever at the end of the year? And when you said foam party, it kind of like jolted. When I saw it there with Casey, this is probably, 15 plus years ago. I was teaching 5th grade down in Charlotte, North Carolina, and someone in the community knew was in the fire department. And so they brought the fire truck to our school and they just turned on all the hoses. I mean,
yes.
Everyone was just soaked. I mean,
I love it.
One of the coolest things ever. Like teachers, kids, we were just all standing there like this. And man, what a fun time.
I love it. I love it. So Micah said they had field day today in Texas and it was 100 degrees. Oh. No, thank you. But listen, we had our field day last week, and in 20 years, it was the most vile field day I've ever experienced. It was cold, and it was misting and foggy, and it had rained the night before, so everything was wet and muddy. By the time we were done, we were all soaked and covered in mud and cold. Like the kids were like half the kids wouldn't even use the bounce house. It was so wet and muddy. I would almost take 100 degrees over that.
I mean, honestly, both of them sound miserable. I'm going to find somewhere in the middle, I hope. I mean, there's got to be a happy medium in there somewhere.
Right. Yeah. I was like, no. Next time we do this and it's like this, we're staying inside. Like,
Yeah. Indoor field day.
Indoor field day, right? Well, Adam, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody who's listening. And then we'll kind of talk a little bit about math and movement because I love this idea.
Awesome. Absolutely. So I am Adam Dovico. I am an educator for the past 20 something years, I think 22 years now. I live in North Carolina, and I'm a Jersey native though. So if you hear me say like "use guys" and "y'all" in the same sentence, that's why. But I've done a little bit of everything in education. I was a classroom teacher. I was a curriculum facilitator, instructional facilitator, a principal, and currently I am very blessed and honored to be a professor and an academic director for a program at my alma mater, Wake Forest University. And I oversee principal preparation. So I run an educational leadership program, training the next generation of principals. And it is a really great time. I really enjoy it. So still teaching. It just looks a little bit different now with adults.
Teaching with adults. So which is harder, adults or kids?
Both in different ways, in very different ways. But currently I love the struggles with my adult learners but it's still cool. I still get to go to, one of the cool parts about my job is I get to go to schools weekly on visits and coaching visits and all that kind of stuff. So I still get to work with younger kids, and I feel like I get the cheat code because I get to do both. So I love it. I'm the luckiest guy.
Crystal in the comments, Crystal says adults are harder than kids. And you know what? Listen, we're at the end of the year. We can be real, right?
Yeah.
The adults in the building are typically the ones that drive you the most crazy. Like, it's not the kids for the most part driving me bonkers in the school. It's the adults.
Yeah. And as a principal, I would probably have to say adults. A little bit harder.
Yeah, I can't imagine being a principal. That I don't think I would do well. Like, I'll stick to the 5-year-olds licking the trash cans.
I mean, there might be a teacher that could join you. I mean, like a trash can. But yeah, I meet so many people that are like, oh, I can never do administration. And then everyone's got their I can never do blank, blank, blank.
Right.
And that's okay. I think there's space for everything.
Right. And it's a good thing that there are people who can do all the things, right?
Absolutely. You need people to have passion and skills in certain areas because you got to find balance.
That's right. And I'm glad they're middle school teachers and they're high school teachers and people who want to be admin, because none of that's for me. So all of you who are doing all of that stuff, right?
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and obviously on top of all that kind of fun stuff, I also have the honor and privilege of serving as the general manager for Elevate Your Classroom. And so I get the pleasure of working with Greg and Jason and an amazing team of educators to put on these conferences each year. So it is a joy to get to run them and then also present in it as well.
Well, we love having you both as the general manager and as one of our presenters. You make a huge difference and a huge impact, and we're so thankful for you and all that you do for Elevate and for educators. So I'm really interested in this movement and motion in math. So talk a little bit about that. And I'm going to encourage people in the comments as Adam starts to talk and you start thinking about what he's talking about, share some ideas, ask some questions, because the more you engage in the comments and the more you hit that share button, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, a $25 TKS store gift card, and a teacher planner from Berto & Co. So Adam, take it away.
Yes, sir. Well, first, I see a question from Jessica. How close to North Carolina do you have an event? We are in Nashville, Tennessee. That is our closest to North Carolina event. So not too far at all. But my session here, Movement and Motion in Math, I am so excited because this is kind of like this got pulled out of a vault. I did eons ago. I've been doing PD for about 15 years now. And way back when I was a math teacher, and I loved bringing energy and just excitement and movement into my math lessons because I'm not a big worksheet kind of guy. I'm not a big like just scale and drill type thing. So I wanted to have the opportunity for my students to actually move around as they're learning. And so this session brings to life very concrete ideas. The way I designed my session is kind of two halves. The first half is literally you're just going to see all of the activities, like it's bam, 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 one after another, and you're going to see them in action. The second half of it brings a little bit more of the research and the why behind it, which, is important as well. But I wanted to make sure people saw the what first, because I want you to get excited about what we're doing. And I revamped a lot of them from when I did it a long time ago. So these are fresh ideas on top of some things that I used to do. I was going to show one of them just as a little teaser for those interested.
Go for it.
And this is an oldie but goodie, and it involves this. And it's fabric, right?
Okay.
It's a band. And so, Greg, you remember that song, Bands That Make Them Dance? I don't know. So it was a song a long time ago. It was popular. So this song is Bands That Make Math Dance. So the kids don't really get the reference, but
it's okay.
That's okay. Some adults will. So I have, this is stretchy material. It's like bathing suit material, I guess nylon or latex kind of stuff. That's real stretchy that we'd make a bathing suit out of. And I have an awesome mom. My mom did help me here, but I'll give you a couple ways to do this. She sewed, I don't know if you could see like the seam. So okay. She cut strips, and then she sewed the two ends together. So this is basically just one big circle, right? So when you're teaching geometry, yes, you could just hold up little blocks and say, rectangle and circle and all that kind of stuff. But what if you were able to have your body make the shapes? So by using this band, I challenge the students to make shapes with their body using this band. And so, it might be something as simple as triangle, square. Those are not too hard for them to make. But what if you started getting a little advanced, especially if you have some gifted students, some students that like challenges, whatever it is. And you could start saying, hey, can you make a rectangle by using two shapes? And so the kids would have to work together. They could be in pairs, and they would have to make two squares, put them together by making a rectangle. If anyone on here teaches some older students, they might get into certain types of quadrilaterals or certain types of triangles. You can also use different names. You might do under quadrilaterals, you might say, make a parallelogram, make a trapezoid. And so depending on your grade level and your skills and what the standards are and what your objectives and goals are, you could differentiate this. But I love doing this. If you don't have this type of fabric, if you don't have access to this, if you get yoga bands, like they sell spools, big spools on Amazon of yoga band stuff. And all you do is you just cut a piece and you tie it, make it into a knot, and then there's your circle, and it's a stretchy material still. I'll encourage you, if you do this, have the kids take off their shoes first, make sure they're in socks or whatever, because you don't want these things to get dirty. You don't want them to get too torn up or too beat up. See what type of fabric. This is latex, I guess. It's bathing suit material.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is what you make bathing suits out of. I just bought it at the fabric store, nothing fancy. So yeah, that's one idea.
I love that. I do something similar with my kindergartners, but I use yarn.
Yeah.
So and I'll tell the kids, I'll be like, okay, I want you to build a shape that has 4 sides. And I'll be like, so how many I'll be like, how many of us need to do this? And they'll be like 4. So 4 kids get up, and I just give them a piece of yarn, and then they have to figure out how to position themselves to make the square. And then we can do a triangle, a rectangle, and other things. Yeah. Love it. And they're learning their shapes. You can talk about vertices and sides and all of that stuff, but they're moving, and it's higher order. It's problem solving.
Absolutely. And here's the cool part too. If you get to a point where you can kind of push them a little bit, you could start giving opportunities to them where there's not one right answer. And then you start having opportunities for debate. Be like, so if you just say quadrilateral, and you got one kid that makes a square, one kid that makes a rectangle, one kid that makes a trapezoid, you look around and say, well, is she right? Is he right? Is she right? And the answer would be yes, yes, and yes. But then you can have it, well, why are they all correct? And then we can have a discussion about, oh, they all have 4 sides. And so, yeah, like to your point, you're getting into more critical thinking, deeper analysis, which is what we want. We want that discourse, math discourse.
Summer says kindergartners will be sold as soon as you say take off your shoes. 100%.
Some are already shoes off. We know.
Well, you know, in our classroom, we wear slippers. So,
yeah.
You know, but yeah, as soon as you say shoes off or the word underwear, they're in no matter what.
We're going to keep our clothes generally on for this, but yeah.
But in kindergarten, you never know. You might not.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You never know. Because in kindergarten, we like to, you know, do the weird stuff and take our clothes off and lick things and all the things.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Sarah has a really great note there talking about math talks. And I'm a big proponent of this, just generally highlighting discourse. That's the word I always use. I have a whole session on just discourse, but discourse in the math classroom is one of the most important pieces of, I think, teaching math. Too often we just see it as numbers and not the words behind it, or not the conversation behind it. So thank you for highlighting that there. And
one, sorry, I just got distracted by Casey's comment.
Pair of underwear.
Casey said, speaking of underwear, after they had a foam, Casey was sharing that they had a foam party with their kids, and there you go, you found a pair of underwear. It's always
so many questions,
right? And listen, y'all, the mystery underwear happens every year. There's a mystery underwear and a mystery poop. You always find one little brown nugget in the classroom, somewhere random, and at some point in the year, you will find a pair of underwear either in your bathroom or in the classroom, and nobody claims them. And I'm like, somebody in here is literally going commando.
Yeah.
Wait,
Casey, was there any mystery poop in the bubbles as well?
I hope there's no mystery poop.
That would be next level.
Next level bad.
I hope not. That might be the last bubble party. If there's
right.
But, you know.
So now that we've talked about mystery poop, anybody who just joined us is like, what is happening right now?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Greg and I said before we went live tonight, we were going to try to talk about the most random stuff possible. So I think mystery poop does qualify as random stuff mixed within our math.
Right.
And
talk a little bit about math, a little bit about mystery poop and mystery underwear, and we're all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we were talking about math talks and dialogue. And one of the things I've been digging into a lot lately is all of this research, basically the science of math, like how the brain functions with math, how we learn math. And one of the things that it keeps coming back to is explicit instruction in math. Kids need to practice a lot, and they need to talk about math.
Yep.
And I think that's we've got the explicit instruction in math. Like we're good there. Like we know the kids need to practice, but I think that dialogue is the missing piece. And so I love that you're talking about that.
Let me add on. Let me talk about that for a second, because I think one of the first conversations we as an educators need to have is, why is it not happening? Right. So if we can all agree, yes, this is something we want. Well, let's first talk about, why is it not happening? And in my experience, one of the reasons it's not happening is because we are still teaching math, not teaching math. We are still thinking about math frequently in the way that we were taught. And if you're of a certain age, we were taught math very computationally, right? 3 + 3 is 6 because 3 + 3 is 6. And even in the new curriculum, because I would argue most of the new curriculum that is being put out to school does have elements of math talk. I want to be fair to where curriculum is right now. And it does include elements of conversation pieces, but I don't think teachers have had enough training or opportunities or feel comfortable enough yet facilitating those conversations outside of, like, in the curriculum, it says, ask this. Right. So we need to be inundated with opportunities to facilitate this type of talk. And so when I do math, and I don't do this as much anymore because a lot of my PD now is administrator based, but when I used to do a lot of math PD, I did a lot of facilitating of these. I'll give a real quick example that anyone here listening can take back to their school, and it's called written debate. So essentially, everyone would have a dry erase marker in their hand. And as the teacher, I would give a basic problem to solve. And so I'll go kindergarten. I'll say, show me how to make 10. That's all I'm going to say. Show me how to make 10. And everyone gets to interpret that however they want, which is also a learning curve because a lot of kids just want to know, well, what do I do?
Right.
But you have to be okay with letting your kids struggle. It's productive struggle. And once every kid has shown 10 somehow, and some kids might do 5 plus 5, some might show lines, some might just draw the number 10, whatever they do. After that, everyone's going to rotate around. And so it becomes kind of like a museum walk. By the way, the dry erase marker is so you can write it on like a desk or a table. It adds an element of like, ooh, doing something we're not supposed to kind of do. But it's just extra fun. So after they rotate around, they're going to get to see all these different ways that their classmates made 10. After that, you can do lots of different ways. You can have kids pair up. You can have them go in little groups. You can strategically place kids with others who made it differently. You can do it kind of however you want. But then from there, we are having them talk about, why did you make it that way? Is yours correct? Is mine correct? So we're giving the kids an opportunity to have intentional math conversation, that discourse.
I love that. And listen, if y'all want to get more ideas like this from Adam, you need to register for Elevate Virtual so you can attend his math session where he's going to be talking all about this and giving us lots and lots of ideas that we can use in our classroom. Earlier, I saw someone, I think it was Micah, who said, yes, give me all of the ideas that I can implement today in my classroom. And that's what Elevate is all about. Yep. That's what you get from Elevate. All of our presenters are currently active in schools and classrooms. And so we understand the challenges and the needs. And so everything that our presenters are bringing to Elevate Virtual and Elevate in person are things and strategies and ideas and resources that you can implement immediately. We want this to be accessible. We don't want this to be a conference where you're like, okay, I can't do any of that. Great, now what? And so what you're going to get from Elevate is a notebook full of ideas and strategies that you can implement tomorrow. That's very intentional. That's something that Elevate is very proud of, is that it's real, actionable PD that will actually make a difference in your classroom. So if you want to get registered, click the links to register. They're right there in the comments and in the description. Use the code ADAM to save an extra 25% off. That means instead of $100, you can get registered for $75. That gets you 90 days of virtual access to Elevate Virtual from June 1st through August 31st. It's 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes, over $500 in materials to download and use in your classroom, $10,000 in giveaway, a certificate for 36 contact hours, and more. We even make it easy for you because we now have an app. You can watch Elevate Virtual on your phone, so you can literally access the content anytime, anywhere, as much as you want for 90 days. So you can watch the sessions, take your notes, come back and watch it again, fast forward, rewind. So if you haven't registered, get registered because there are only 15 days until Elevate Virtual kicks off on June 1st, right? That it's like crazy because it always seems so far away.
I know.
And I didn't even like until I was upstairs earlier and Jason was like, yeah, you got to make sure to tell them only 15 days. And I was like, whoa, hold on, wait, what?
It's crazy. So I got to tell you all, since, I run general managers of Elevate, I got to give you all behind the scenes a little bit. We start planning these things literally a year in advance. Like, we've been working on this stuff since last August. We finish our summer conferences in July and we just dive right in. So to put this all together over the course of the year and just say there's only 15 days left before it starts is like, and we have 3 in-person conferences, right, Greg? So right. We're in the hot and heavy season right now. It's our Super Bowl season.
It really is. It's really crunch time for us. And it's so awesome to see it all come together, right? And yes. To see the impact and to see how people receive it. And plus, on top of all of that, this year we're adding in something new because we have our paperback prom, which is happening at all 3 of our in-person conferences. And it's my official book release party. It's an 80s themed book release party. And anybody can come to this, an Elevate attendee or the general public. You can buy a ticket for $50. You can come to the paperback prom. We're going to feed you. There's going to be a cash bar. You're going to get a free book. You're going to get $25 to spend at the Elevate Marketplace. You're going to get to hang out with our keynotes like Gary Brooks, Jerry Chang, Jack Hartman will be there. And so like so much happening and so much going on. And like Adam said, it's our Super Bowl. It's crunch time because it's time to make these things happen.
It's going to be so much fun. Okay, wait, I need to take a poll. So for everyone watching right now, I had someone tell me that I should wear this to the 80s prom, but this is not 80s, is it?
Oh,
this is
but yes, it is.
But this is like Lisa Frank vibes. And Lisa Frank is far more associated with, but isn't that more 90s?
It's 80s, 90s. Like you could, that will totally rock.
Right. We're going to see. I need the audience right now to tell us, like, should this be my 80s prom outfit, or do I need to go even more 80s? Okay, so Krista Smith. Okay, so Krista Smith gives 80s. Crystal is saying 90s. See, I think we're going to be split on this. I don't know.
I think so too.
Mel, more 90s.
It'll do.
Mel goes, it'll do. Thanks, Mel.
It'll do. All right. Well, listen, y'all listen, if you haven't yet hit the share button and commented, you need to do it now because we're getting ready to give away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, a $25 gift card to the TKS store, and a free premium teacher planner from Berto & Co. by TKS. And so let me bring on my special guest. There he is.
Hey, I know this.
Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Hey, so I hopped on earlier and kind of talked about the paperback prom a little bit. I am dropping a link right now in the chat where you guys can get your paperback prom tickets. Here's the thing I need to make sure everybody knows about the paperback prom is if you have a ticket to attend Elevate already, let's say you're an Elevate ticket holder, that doesn't get you into the prom, y'all. You got to have a ticket to the prom because in this prom, we're spending tons of money on those people that are coming. You're going to get legit food. I'm talking legit chef prepared food. You're going to get a certificate to shop in the marketplace. You're going to get exclusive time with our keynotes and our presenters, like outside of the normal conference time. So you're going to have shorter wait times. And it's open to the general public. So even if you couldn't come to Elevate in Nashville, Austin, or St. Paul, come to the prom. Come on, make it a road trip. In the live earlier, people were commenting saying, oh my God, tagging people and saying it's road trip time. Because here's the way you can actually come and hang out with us for a couple hours and get to meet the keynotes in person. You also get a copy of Greg's book. It's going to be signed. So you need to come and make sure you attend the prom, even if you couldn't come to Elevate in person. And here's the thing. I know some people of you are probably thinking, prom? Why the hell are you calling it a prom? Like, where'd you come up with that idea, right? Paperback prom? What? Well, we kind of took a play on words, right? We're like, we're going to dance. We're going to do some, like, think about if you went to prom in the 80s or the 90s, right? Like, so we're going to be dancing. We're going to be playing some 80s and 90s music. And paperback are Greg's new books. They're paperback picture books. So we just kind of did a play on words with them. Y'all, it's going to be a ton of fun. Please don't be that person that comes to the LA conference and you have to leave because you don't have a ticket to come to the prom. That would be a total bummer. So if you're coming to in person, I really want to make sure you get a ticket to come to the prom. We don't want to have to tell you bye. We'll see you in the morning. We want you to be able to hang out with us and get some yummy food. Also, I want to say, y'all planners, they're selling like crazy. So if you have your eye on a planner, you need to get it now. We've already sold out of one. We've got others that we're heading towards sellout. So, and we're not getting more this year. So we will not be doing a restock. So be sure to get a planner. I just wanted to throw those couple things in there before Greg does the giveaway tonight. And Greg, let's go ahead and do a giveaway for another paperback prom tonight too, just like we did in the live earlier.
Okay, ooh. I got it.
All right.
Micah said she would come to the prom even if we were serving Lunchables. I love it. I love it. That would have been a fun way. Like if we could have come up with like an 80s themed like food, that would have been like a lot of fun.
Maybe we could have lunch next year.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Lunchables for
Lunchables.
And we're also going to dress 80s, right? If we can, like if you want to, it's not a requirement, but if you want to bring your 80s fun, bring some 80s fun gear. I'm going to try to do Madonna cones. That's my plan. I've just got to try to find them.
So Adam, I've been watching the comments and it really does seem pretty split.
It is very split. I'm watching it too. We were having a debate, Jason, on how if this is 80s or 90s, and it's been very split.
Well, listen, I didn't even know who Lisa Frank was until people started talking about that one of our planners looked like Lisa Frank. And I was like, who is Lisa Frank? I don't know who that is. So I had to go and look her up. So I don't have a clue.
I don't know. We'll see. I may wear it for one of them because I get to do this 3 times.
Right.
So
right.
We'll see.
There you go.
And again, it's 80s/90s, right? Like we're all 80s, 90s kids. So, we're going to be mixing it up. Oh, and DJ Dustin's going to be there.
Yeah.
Cranking out some rad tunes from the 90s and the 80s.
All right. Look what I just found for you.
Oh, all right.
There's your
Amazon.
Do I get the wig too? Because I'm totally going to need the wig.
Oh, yeah. It comes with the wig.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. We are about to give away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, a free ticket to our paperback prom here in Nashville, a $25 TKS store gift card, and a free premium teacher planner from Berto & Co. So y'all have a couple of seconds to comment really fast and hit the share button to get entered into the giveaways. All right. And if you are one of the 4 winners, you will send an email to jason@elevateyourclassroom.com. jason@elevateyourclassroom.com, and he will take care of your prizes. All right, so here we go. Our first prize is a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, and that prize goes to...
Drum roll.
Not you, Mel Navoa. Sorry, Mel. Mel is our volunteer coordinator for Elevate.
Oh, was she the winner?
Let's try this again.
But thanks for commenting, Mel. She did check AI for me.
Molly Aldridge. Congratulations, Molly. I know Molly's here. I've seen Molly commenting on the last 2 or 3 weeks of lives. So congratulations, Molly Aldridge. You've won a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Next, we have a ticket to our paperback prom here in Nashville on June 13th. And that goes to Jessica Minogue. Jessica Minogue. Congratulations, Jessica. You have won a free ticket to the paperback prom here in Nashville.
When you guys email me, jason@elevateyourclassroom.com, tell me what you won, because with 4 prizes from 2 different lives tonight, it's going to be hard for me to keep up with who won what. So when you email me, just tell me, hey, I won this during tonight's live. Please.
Amanda Levens. Congratulations, Amanda Levens. You have won a $25 gift card to the TKS store. Congratulations, Amanda Levens. And finally, we have a free premium teacher planner from Berto & Co. by TKS. And that winner is Crystal Foro. Crystal Foro. Congratulations, Crystal.
Yay,
you have won a free premium teacher planner from Berto & Co. by TKS. So if you are tonight's winner, email jason@elevateyourclassroom.com and tell him what you won, and he will hook you up with all of your prizes. All right, y'all, get registered. Elevate Virtual kicks off, believe it or not, in 15 days, which is crazy, which means I should probably get my keynote done.
I mean, we're just waiting on one, just saying. But
I was going to say, Adam and Crystal are going to be on you, Greg. You better get them
names. No names.
No names. Well, listen, y'all, if you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, you need to get registered now. You can click the links to register in the comments and in the description. Use the code ADAM. Click the links and use the code ADAM to save an extra 25% off, which means instead of $100, you can get registered for $75, which gets you 90 days on-demand virtual access to 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes, $500 in resources to download for your classroom, a certificate for 36 contact hours, over $10,000 in prizes. And the beauty of a virtual conference is you can access the content anytime, anywhere, as much as you want. And we've made that even easier for you because we have an app. So you literally can access it anytime, anywhere, as much as you want for those 90 days. So click the links, get registered. We can't wait to see you all virtually and in person this summer at Elevate. All right. Anybody have anything else to add before we wrap up?
That's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Adam. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you to all of you who joined us. We appreciate it. We know it's the end of the school year for so many of us. We know we're tired. Hang in there. You're almost there. Have a great rest of the week and a great rest of your school year. And we will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.
Have a good one, y'all.